Hey guys, Tyrop here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We're on Taranto Coastline. And for today's morning on the left, we have Victor with US forces and its immediate lock-in to Armoured. Opposing him, we heard the planes rolling through there. Nostalgia93 with Wehrmacht, and obviously has gone for Luftwaffe, dropping in some Falchion Pioneer, making himself a nuisance immediately. Jamming these scouts from capping. In terms of rankings, both these players are around rank 80 with their respective factions. So we've got a kitten from Nostalgia. I've seen my strategy where I try and cap these last and go for the cables on this map specifically. Go for like a munitions, and then fuel with the pyos. Kitten comes out, captures this, then comes back here to capture once the cable's complete. Typically, it works out alright. It's a kind of investment into the... Maybe it's a bit slower for the first minute, but then it's best for the rest of the game. We have a 4x4 truck though from Victor, so it could be hard for that kitten to find opportunities unharassed. Speaking of harassment, the pyos done pretty well in the north, connected both the fuels. The scouts haven't really been focused in that area, and here comes the first MG from Nostalgia. Slow down speed there. This is what his composition looks like at the moment. So yeah, Luftwaffe. Quite a bit of damage onto the 4x4 truck, but he's trying to stay in a relevant position. Stop the regathering of this high munitions point. Backing away now for the self-repairs. Pretty long cooldown on that ability though. Capping interrupted here by the scouts, but the Falchion Pyro are coming up. We're getting another unit dropped in, another Falchion Pyro. Typically, I think you only really need one Falchion Pyro. And then you get Grenadiers and you try to like merge into them. Maybe two's okay as well. But they don't do that well in the head-to-head against riflemen, that's the thing. And you kind of need to abuse the merge from the Grenadiers into them. Make their reinforced cost cheaper. Actually give you some kind of like leg up against a US player with riflemen. Just sitting up here. Victor might be overstaying his welcome with this truck. Trying to get the kill on the Falchion Pyro. It's going to survive at 11 HP. The truck does survive though. Close call on the pyos, but look at this, all of this connected through the north here. Crazy fuel income right now for Nostalgia.
Infantry support research underway.
3 riflemen and ISC coming through. Pretty standard build order so far from Victor. Meanwhile, Nostalgia getting the Panzer Grenadier company down. 4x4 truck goes for a bit of a drive-by, hoping to catch the kitten. Unsuccessful though. Kitten's going to go do some capping at the bottom. 4x4 also going to do some capping up in the north. Pretty close to the cooldown. I think it's about 2 minutes, right? Kitten putting a mine down here. Is in view. Is going to get interrupted actually as well. Rifleman coming in and it's already quite low in health. Bit of a slow reaction in fact from Nostalgia. The mine completed actually. Helps with the escape. And Falchion Pyro right there for repairs as well. I suppose that's one benefit of having 2 Falchion Pyro and 1 regular Pyro. 3 squads for repairs on the kitten. MG sitting up here. Trying to suppress, rifleman chasing and hoping to get the wipe on the pyos. Not quite. Rifleman going to try sneak around the side here.
Defend our victory point.
Hiding behind the
We're
building
losing
from the machine gun. Looks like they've got some elevation going as well against the Fallschirmjäger. This is... There's nowhere to hide here. That's the problem.
They've taken our
This
victory
person
point.
coming down the hill. All these light cover positions just do not work. On a steep incline.
Someone get us out of here.
So Nostalgia having to back away. And a 4th rifle picked up from Vector now as well. It's a huge amount of infantry. Some Panzer Grenadiers from Nostalgia.
Goddamn buzzsaws. We can't stay here.
No bars as of yet for Vector, but does not have the motor pool down, so we expect them to come through shortly.
Leave him.
Oh. Bit of a close one there on the rifleman. Fallschirmjäger can do alright against riflemen in these long-range cover-to-cover trades. It's basically the only scenario where they're close to even.
I'm hit bad.
That's before the bars come online though.
Grenade. Move.
Dodge on that grenade there. Nostalgia struggling quite a lot at the moment in terms of manpower. Got 31 pop cap. Got 32 back the other way for Victor. I didn't notice it actually. The truck died up in the north here. I apologize for missing that. I wonder if there was a mine up there from the
Command points ready to spin.
Falchion Pioneer.
Seek and destroy tactics
Seems the most
available.
likely option. And oh boy, late retreat from Victor. Rifleman 3 HP, 0 HP. Down they go. Bit of a late retreat, but gotta survive.
On his position. Territory lost.
Nostalgia does have quite a lot of munitions spare. Oh no, we're looking at from Victor's point of view. Okay, it's not. Planting more mines. Oh, and it is a Greyhound. There was a late motor pool tech from Victor. But eventually did put it up, and this did still come in at, like, I suppose a reasonable fuel timing for him. But remember, he did have no control of these points for the first, like, 5 minutes or so of the game, so slow fuel control does lead to a slightly slow Greyhound. But Greyhound in some ways pretty good on this map, since, you know, it can operate in the north with a lot of damage, but quite bad in other ways. I feel like all the elevation issues, all the elevation changes cause it a lot of issues with its main gun, often does not land damage. Scouts forced away from the north there. And, okay, we just replanted the mine with the kitten. But it looks like the Greyhound's coming up this way now. No snaring units from Nostalgia, so he is rather powerless against this. Looks like he wasn't even paying attention to Nostalgia. Suicided to the infantry. Didn't even have to worry about sending the Greyhound up there in the end. One thing that Victor does not have in position yet is the engineers. They're coming up for repairs on this. Doesn't want to take the risk of taking another pack shot, potentially going down to a bit of small arms damage. Understandable. Does not have the 50 cal upgrade on this yet, though.
A fuel point is being seized by the enemy.
But yeah, a couple good kills from both players now.
BARs have been
Is that
distributed
a fresh
to our riflemen.
Panzergren from Nostalgia?
We've lost control of a sector.
Bars coming online now though, so they're not going to have a super easy time. Nostalgia could at this stage consider going for the officer quarters. There's P-Greens up to Vet 1 and the AT gun as well. It's just with this store. But maybe not, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what his tactic is. But boosting these guys up to Vet 1 immediately does help against the rifleman
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point.
in the long term. Ooh! Sometimes the Greyhound can just get those kind of hits. It's a mega clumped up unit like that.
victory point is under enemy control now. Commander,
Sweeper
we're losing
clears off
territory.
that mine in the north. Going to plant his own mine. Not that he really needs to, because we're not going to have the kitten coming down this way anymore. But against potential future harass attempts, it's, you know, a pretty common place to take cover on the right hand spawn. Oh boy, we got an LG40 deployed by Nostalgia. Interesting.
A victory point is under attack.
Does give him, I suppose, a bit more mobility than the pack, trying to operate in the north of the map. And it's a pretty reasonable option against the Greyhound. It just doesn't scale against mediums at all.
Victory point is falling.
Very bad long-range penetration on it. It's a shot in there, though.
We're eating dirt over here.
Only does 120 damage per shot as well, instead of the regular 160, as you can see there. Well, regular for the pack. But still, you know, it's still like 3 shots to kill, right? So, pretty similar. But yeah, I think its long-range penetration is like 80.
You got 3 command points available.
Very poor.
Enemy movement near victory point.
Victor's gone for seek and destroy, so it looks like it's going to be an easy 8 play. Nostalgia, meanwhile,
Enemy forces have
just
captured
has
a
enough
victory
command
point.
points to go for the infantry reserves. Hopes he gets that as soon as possible.
We need light mines right there.
Try to reduce some of this manpower attrition from the
Sector gone.
Panzergrenadiers.
We must take it back.
It's like, yep, he has got that right as I saying. I think it applies immediately to even the units in the queue. Don't have to like cancel the reinforce and build it back in, to the best of my knowledge at least.
Leichtgeschütz is ready.
2 AT guns up here in the north. Greyhound's up here as well, but they must just be out of sight range until now. This could be the end of the Greyhound. Oh, close call. Miss. I don't know if that was an attack ground attempt or what, but it was a close one. I believe the LG40 didn't get any accuracy bonuses. You may remember in the last major patch that most anti-tank guns got very high accuracy bonuses long range, such that they are roughly, most of them, 100% chance to land on a medium tank at max range. But I think the LG40 missed that round of buffs, so its long range accuracy quite poor. So against a smaller target size like the Greyhound, it does actually have a reasonably high chance to miss. I've, you know, tried quite a few LG40 strats myself. Well tuned to its strengths and weaknesses. There's a Stug in the meantime for Nostalgia. I don't know, I think if I was going for a Stug, I probably wouldn't have bothered with the LG40, honestly. To me, the LG40 was kind of something to, you know, second anti-tank gun so you could cover both sides of the map.
Panzer Grenadier Company is being upgraded.
But he is, you know, he does lack snares. Hold on, did a pea green? No. He does lack snares, is what I was going to say. Thought a pea green might have died, but it was just over here on the command card instead of over here. T-gun in a great position here. Doesn't quite get the second shot through, but the Stug's coming in. Making some plays, making some moves.
Research completed.
Chasing him down. Not gonna get him though. The Stug is at V1, so I think he did go for the officer quarters upgrade. Maybe a little bit on the later side, but getting the V1 on the Stug immediately so it can use its point-blank blast, very good. Double AT nades though, going to slow down the Stug here, get the snare off on it. Do have an AT gun rolling up for Victor. Oh boy, Scout dead in the north. Just went down to the Falchenpios. Machine gun going to cover the exit. AT gun gets one shot off. I think that's going to be it. 200. Oh boy, he packed up the MG, spins it around. But I think it's a bit too risky for Vector to go for any further chase, so he kind of gives up on that.
A fuel point is being...
There you go, hits that with the pyro. It's down to 1 model now. Oh boy. Oh, close call. Fulsham Pyro. Look at that. 4 models. 4 health on one model. 1 health on the other. Mortar out now from Vector. Forces back the machine gun. Sits back up. Captain bringing in his artillery here. The Ford Observer mortar barrage. But the P-Greens are able to hold their ground. Looks like this rifle squad doesn't have the second bar, perhaps. P-Greens sprinting in. Hoping to kill the rifle. 27 HP though is going to survive, and here come 2 more double bar riflemen from the side. MG did not push back. But here comes the Stug, it's healthy again. Does have the machine gun upgrade as well. Oh, and I think the Greyhound came out to the north and killed off that Pyro that was capping up there. Nice little move from Vector, good squad wipe. Pyro's definitely dead. He doesn't really need it since he's got 2 Fulsham Pyro for repairs in the end. Okay, and Nebelwerfer from Nostalgia. Oftentimes when we see this kind of stall from the Axis player, they're going for like the Tiger, you know? But playing with Luftwaffe, Tiger's not really... It's not a factor, is it? It's not an option. But should be reasonable against the mortar and the AT gun. This means he's probably going to be stuck down here on Panzergrenadier Company, struggling to go up to Panzer Company for quite a long time. A couple of mines coming up from Vector. Meanwhile, he does still have quite a lot of munitions in reserve. So that rifleman might have had this second bar. Oh, here we go. Greyhound getting in here. This is dangerous though, the LG-40's there. Stug spinning. Oh, but the LG-40 misses at that range? That is disgusting. Oh my god, this Nebelwerfer is so loud. Looks like it got the decrew though on the mortar.
Commander, we have a large amount of command points available.
0 kills though, so it's from the flame damage. LG-40 still... Oh, this could be trouble for the Greyhound. Rear armor, no, it's still at 40 HP. And no Axis mines down here. In fact, the rifleman probably would have cleared the path anyway. Stug coming down. Greyhound is pretty fast. Tries right into the double snares. MG is there, needs to come forwards for some suppression. The AT gun's rolling up for Vector. He's in hot pursuit, and the Stug kind of backing up to the north. Getting caught on the flag here. AT gun... Oh, I think he's going to get the kill on this here. Oh, but a bounce. And I think he's out of range there. I think that might have been an attack round attempt. Meanwhile, the Peregrines close the distance, decrew the AT gun. Big question is, does he keep that alive? Either way, absolute heartbreaker for Vector, bouncing the kill shot. Panzergrenadier Company. Panzergrenadier's forced away. Greyhound's coming around. There's a mine there, but he's going to skate around the side of it. I don't think the Greyhound really has the firepower to finish off the Stug here. Nebelwerfer's coming in, trying to prevent the recovery of this AT gun. Ooh! Runs right into that rocket, and the flame damage is already on the ground. Double AT guns rolling up on the Easy 8. Takes a huge amount of damage.
Vehicles ready to be dispatched to the front.
And backs away. Greyhound's going up to the north. We do have a Volshampio, dangerous retreat path. Looks like it took quite a lot of damage from this captain. Greyhound's got to look for the squad wipe. He's having some pathfinding issues. Got stuck on the flag a little bit there. Oh, but got a really good hit with his main gun. I thought that squad was going to get away, but I think that was honestly a little bit of a lucky shot from the Greyhound, resulting in the wipe. It's up to V2 on that Greyhound now, though. More speed, rotation rate, accuracy, rate of fire.
Captured a victory point.
Second Strug up in the north. Looks like this one popped the Viet 1 ability. We'll hit this mine on retreat as well. But nothing really to finish the job. Is Nostalgia just going to stay at Panzer Company and spam Stugs? Did invest very heavily into indirect fire with double Nebelwerfers, right? Was it double? I still don't have a second one, but maybe not. Maybe I just misread it as the LG40.
We have the upper hand. Keep pushing.
Pushes the mortar away. Double Stug finds the Greyhound.
We're losing it.
Taking losses!
It's fast enough to get out of there. Victor is ahead on the victory points at this stage, about 80.
We're tracking them on
5.
300 points. Victory point now under enemy control.
Krauts are taking it personally.
Easy 8 back up to full strength. G trying to set up here, but the rifleman might be able to get a grenade off on it. No, they just go for the Nebelwerfer. Get the Decro on it as well. Double Strugs rolling down. AT guns there, so is a snaring squad. This could be very dangerous for Nostalgia. Easy 8's here as well now. Here come the double axis AT guns as well. Gets out of there. And pushing into the center. Oftentimes, you know, the Axis player would struggle to keep up manpower-wise just because of the medic station. But, you know, with the Luftwaffe manpower reduction, helps him keep pace. Let's decide to go for the loiter as the final option as well. That does help polish off the Easy 8 when it escapes. I believe that loiter is kind of like anti-everything, right? From target vehicles or infantry. I say probably still worse than the current Africa Corps one. Oh, what is the Stug doing? Why is it driving forwards on low health? It's gonna die next shot. That was a really bad play. Forced away from the north here by the rifleman meanwhile. Yeah, I'm not sure what the plan was there. If he was just had like even 2 more HP, he would have survived that, I think, but kind of got caught stuck against this. Made it awkward with the escape. Oh, that was very greedy trying to just turn around to face this rifle squad. It's decrewed. Has picked up a 3rd anti-tank gun, by the way. That's a pack as well. Tries to go for the steel here. And looks like it's going to come good as well. Nostalgia. Oh, the point blank blast is on cooldown. Oh, he got the kill with the Stug. Unbelievable. Really lucky for Nostalgia. I'm pretty sure the point blank blast was targeting the rifle squad. Did do alright against it. So his second mortar picked up now. It is indeed. Here comes the Nebelwerfer. Fast retreats though. As soon as he heard those rockets, he was already on the retreat and knew exactly what was getting targeted. Let's kind of run into the flames though with the assault engineers. Victor has fallen behind though, from an 80-point lead now to a 50-point disadvantage. It's been there's some battles up in the north. But it feels like at the moment Nostalgia a little bit immobile. It's all about his AT gun positioning, and all three of them are in the north, so he can't really contest this VP. He's managed to pick up a third Panzer Grenadier at some stage. It's pretty new because it's straight to V1 and this is all it's vet.
Engineers need fire support.
And yeah, as I said, with the manpower cost reduction, I do think they can roughly keep pace with Riflemen, especially on a map like this. Oh, third AT gun, a little bit slow setting up. Oh boy, this is trouble. No AT gun support. This is what I was saying. He just didn't have the support to make this work. The Easy 8's going to try and finish the job here. Brings in the planes. Good amount of damage there. Easy 8's going to drive through the base. It's the decrew on the Nebel. Takes another pass there. The question is, will it take another pass? It shouldn't. And it does. Okay, so it looks like these planes also have that incredible feature. Same as the Africa Corps ones. I mean, they're probably basically the exact same plane, right? But just one anti-infantry, one anti-tank, so shouldn't be entirely surprised, but thought there was a chance. Either way, the Easy 8 does survive. I think a regular Sherman would have survived as well. But yeah, that was a bad move from Nostalgia. It's just, you know, he had all three AT guns in the north. He had no business being around here when there was an Easy 8 on the field. Just terrible idea. Like, even with infantry or the Stug, it didn't matter. Unless he had like a bunch of mines and he was trying to bait or something. Which, you know, was not the case. Very bad idea. Because, you know, the Easy 8 is just so wipe happy it could kill any squad up here, and the Stug. No match. One little thing goes wrong, he takes a slowing anti-tank grenade and he is in major trouble, but he's also falling behind on the VPs even further, down to 187. But 71 for Vector to 75 for Nostalgia, so in spite of these losses, still actually managing to keep pace in terms of army size. Victor's pretty close to the second Easy 8 now though, so that's where he will bust upwards.
That's more like it. Sherman Easy 8 reporting in.
Barrage complete. Good effect on target. Try to hold up.
Boys. This could be trouble. It's all up to the triple AT guns at this stage. And this is not the best map. In fact, probably one of the weakest maps for AT gun positioning. Like, they go right through here, but if you try force the fire a bit more in the north, it's extremely hard to rotate them effectively. Rebuild on the Stug though. So he's back up to 2. Got the LG-40 in the north as well, which I think's maybe like a pretty good split. Double packs maybe operating down here. LG-40 and double Stugs in the north, the more mobile units in the north. We'll work her out. It's away fast enough though. Flamethrower on one of those assault engineers. Penguins biting off a bit more than they can chew. In fact, it looks like he's forgotten about them because he's trying to do something with the Stugs in the north. Oh, they're going to survive. The Rifleman tunnel vision going for the pack decrew. May pay dividends in the long term, but does allow the Peregrines to escape. The Stugs rolling down the road. Where's the LG-40? He needs to be moving that here, and the Easy 8's coming down the hill. Easy-8 bounces a shot there though. Gets a D-crew. P-Green's jumping back on the packs. Ship's rolling on past. Easy-8's still going forwards. This is trouble. The AT guns getting recruited. But they're on that mode where they don't set up to fire. It does happen sometimes. They try and line up the enemy tank directly in the center. But it was quite slow setting up, and both Easy-8s end up surviving here. This one was a 2-shot. This one was 1 shot from anything. That's for the point-blank blast. Meanwhile, the Greyhound getting some work done against the MG in the building, covering the northern VP. Does manage to hold on to everything. A good attack overall from Victor. Courageous stuff there, rolling into that triple AT gun danger zone. Could have gone horribly wrong. And if Nostalgia had enough munitions for the planes, it would have been terrible. But worked out on this occasion. Has managed to save back up for that.
200 points remaining on our front line.
The AT guns recruit. A little bit expensive, but it's not really the same cost anymore. As it used to be, you know, you don't have P-Green models now on those AT guns for the rest of the game, taxing your manpower. Different story in COH3. It's not the end of the world recrewing them with a very expensive unit. In this case, it's not even that expensive, right? We saw P-Green's reinforcing for 21 manpower. It's actually pretty economical.
We're taking fire! Get on with it! Down!
Sprint on these riflemen, it looks like. Thinking that might have been a time for pour on them, but holds on. 91 pop for Victor to 65 now for Nostalgia.
We're down to 200 points.
Big losses. Both the ships down. T-guns all missing. The Greyhound going in for a bit of a base inspection while this is happening. Finds the Nebelwerfer back here. Just trying to out-reinforce the damage. 1 AT gun's coming back.
Received. Enemies down to 200 points.
Nostalgia hurting too much on manpower. Can't quite squeeze out another Stug yet. Oh, but there goes the Greyhound. Just slowed down a little bit through here. If it just drove straight out, could have been okay, but I can imagine that was a bit of a pathfinding issue. Didn't really see a reason why it needed to slow down there. Definitely looking forward to that next patch, I'll tell you that much. Which has been announced 25th. It's coming out, so late July, unfortunately for us.
They've pushed us off a sector.
I was really expecting it next week. 2 weeks away. I don't know exactly when this game will go up as of recording.
Order team has been taken out.
P-Greens winning that 2-on-1 quite comfortably. Big old bar blob though coming into the retreat path. Gotta watch out for that.
Defend our victory point.
Nebelwerfer gets the D-crew on the mortar.
A munitions point is being attacked.
Pass coming back. 2 P-Greens here though. It's a relatively even fight. He's not in cover, however. And the Easy-8's coming up here, so it's about to be disastrous. Pretty long retreat path now for these P-Greens. Dodges the grenades. Easy-8's Vet 3 now. Ready to fire on it. Going in for the chase down on this low P-Green. Loses vision on it though. And the AAAT guns were rolling up. Victor, I think, choosing a good time to disengage. Another close escape from the Peregrines. Now Victor's the one setting up the triple cap. Things are going to turn around very quickly from here. With the loss of those 2 Stugs. Very difficult for Nostalgia to build his way back in. I think Nostalgia really missing mines this game. You know, mines to shut down the Easy 8s. He's bringing in the planes. This is a massive waste in my opinion. But maybe, let's see. 1, 2, 3. One more shot. The Easy 8, a bit of a stutter step there. And the planes? Yeah, okay. The planes, they worked. Okay, I didn't expect them to, but I think every AT gun shot connected there. And the planes followed them outside the arc. Not sure if that was a fair one or not. Either way, Easy 8's dead. I was not expecting that.
Victory point now under enemy control.
But he's got another Easy 8. It was the high vet one he lost though. A dodge, okay, late. The Peregrine's up here now. Oh, the Easy 8! 4 models, 1 shot. Does have the superior damage cap, right? Pressure on the machine gun. It's gonna survive.
We have vehicles ready to be dispatched to the front.
Oh! Why do they take so long to start their retreat then as well? You see, they had the exclamation point above their portrait for so long before they actually started running away. I kind of feel sorry for Victor. AAAT guns, meanwhile, hammering away at the Easy 8 in the north. It survives.
Commander, CPs are waiting to be used.
I don't really know the maths on how that adds up. 840. So take 640 from the packs.
All crews, repair and refit at once.
And then 240. So it's 880. So something happened there that it didn't end up dying. Maybe the LG40 bounced a shot. Seems the most likely. It's been, as I was talking about, its penetration's quite low. Good bit of time fuse. MG40 killed off quick, and time fuse polishes off the weapon as well. Just yeah, not much for Nostalgia to do here. Box into his base. Draining out very quickly.
Their lines are holding at 75 points.
We're onto the VP though, trying to prevent the capture, and it's going to stop the triple cap for at least for a while. Just playing a dangerous game there. Looks like he's deployed smoke from his mortar though to cover the squad, so it was a good idea. Helps with the safer capping. The LG40 coming up to the north with the Peregrines.
That's it. They only have 50 points left. Enemy movement near a victory point.
LG40's lining up, but bouncing.
We have command points waiting for use.
32 points left. Throws out a satchel. That's a desperation play if I've ever seen one. 600 damage potentially though. Guaranteed pin. Lands, it would be good. So engineers combining up with the Easy 8 down here though. Holding off nicely. All the AT guns rotating to the north. 11 points remain.
Enemy forces
So
on
that's
check
going to be it
points.
for Nostalgia. Have time to turn around here.
Keep firing on that goddamn AT!
Bounces there. Easy 8. Nice and safe. So engineers cruising in for the D crew. And that's it.
It's done. The battle is ours. Stand down.
Alright. Do we get to see the victory screen? No. Oh, the stats screen. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I think more mines needed from Nostalgia. Like, yeah, as I said, I don't know about going for the second Falchion Pioneer. I think, you know, you're better served maybe getting like 1 or 2 grenadiers for merge, like I was talking about. Abusing that a bit. Having some snares available. But I think if you're going to go that style with absolutely 0 snares, like as you saw, they trade roughly even in terms of manpower. The Luftwaffe Panzer Grenadiers, you know, with the discount, and the barred up double bar rifleman with the mid tent. So you're doing okay in that department, but yeah, you're missing snares. So these Easy 8s are just cruising around, nothing to slow them down, and that's where things really came undone, I think. So maybe a bit more focus on using those Falchion Pioneers to plant some mines. And, you know, the planes are good, but they can only do so much. We did see them, you know, contribute in 1 kill, but everything else survived. These ones are not as powerful as F-Core ones. You know, get 1 anti-infantry, 1 anti-tank instead. So these 8s with the extra health helping out. And yeah, I don't know why he went for LG-40 and then went into Stugs. I thought it was going to be, you know, LG-40 helping him stall to go for Panzer Company, making use of the LG-40's mobility in the north of the map against the Greyhound. But he ended up going for just Stug spam for the rest of the match. And we saw maybe it coming back to bite him. Perhaps, you know, bouncing some shots on the Easy 8s right at the end there. But yeah, the LG-40 just, it's a reasonable option against the lights, even though its accuracy is not the best. But yeah, its penetration long range is not strong enough for the mediums to be a reliable counter. At least my opponent's using them against me, and then they penetrate every time. Oh well. Anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like it, can be cast by me. Details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.